Hey guys, welcome to a brand new Minecraft world. Well, not that new, because you can see I have 30 levels and some steak, and I've built a little hole in the wall, a little starter. I wasn't sure if I was going to record on this world yet, but I decided I've got a good feeling. I've been through a few seeds, just random seeds. We weren't really looking for a perfect seed or anything. I just have a good feeling. We're running a few quality of life mods, nothing super game breaking, just some basic stuff I've wanted over the years that I never really play. I always just do straight up vanilla. I mean, it's vanilla enhanced with just some like clicky bits and some maps, little mini maps, and a few other things. We'll go over them more in detail, I guess, at some point. If you want to know, if you see something that I haven't talked about, just leave a comment down below, and I'll let you know what I'm using, what we're running, all that good stuff. And I'll throw the seed of this world up in the corner over there. Check it out. Follow along if you'd like. So as you can see, we've done a few things. It's getting to be nighttime, and I'm going to be a very scared duck. I'm a duck, by the way. I'm gonna be scared in just a second here. So while I go find my bed inside our little house here, I'm gonna just jump into a quick time lapse for you guys so you can see some of the other stuff we've been working on. Nothing super big, just real little stuff, just a few basic things, some boring stuff you've seen in every Minecraft playthrough ever. Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's jump right into it, and I'll be right back. Like I said, nothing super exciting, super complicated. We were chopping down some trees to get some resources, because it's still very early game. We're building a little stable, little barn, a little farm, whatever you want to call it, just to house our chickens, cows, pigs, sheep, stuff like that. I usually just have a pen in the ground, so we wanted to go a little bit bigger. Just some interior here. Got it changed up a little bit, which we'll go over in just a moment. But you can see we moved them all in. We gave them a little better home. We made them a little bit safer, and then we moved over to the dock area. You can see that our little starter area has a little cliff down to the water here, which I'll also show you in a moment. And I was fishing, and I said, you know what? Let's make a little place we can actually fish from. So we kind of just followed the path along our little starter area here. It's not a huge build, but I thought it was nice, and I time-lapsed it, so I figured I'd show you. Just kind of messing around with this new rewind mod. Alright, nothing crazy, like I said. Let's check out the area. I'll show you some of that basic stuff I was talking about that we've wrapped up that you've probably seen in every Minecraft world. Here's one of the mods, the little free cam thing here. I like it. I know it's cheaty. Whatever. Now we don't need elytra to view. Just like nice little areas like this. Let's see. Now we can even take off all the extra bits as well. Okay, here's our little wheat farm and carrots and stuff. Nothing crazy, I promise. Here's our little starter base. That's where we've been sleeping. We've been hanging out while you were watching that little replay. You probably heard that noise over here. We've got our villagers in here. We'll talk about them in a minute. Oof, villagers, noisy villagers. Just put a little roof over that, and we moved some of them. Yeah, we made some of them. Oh, one's a zombie. That's not good. We'll have to cure him. At least he's not burning up, I guess. Yeah, we also added some pigs. I don't think that was in the time lapse. So, nothing crazy. This is our little area from an aerial view here. You can see we're on an island. A nice, fun. It's a gigantic island. I want to get rid of all the trees. Maybe we'll do that today. That might be fun. That might be our next project. We are almost completely out of resources after building these this little dock and stuff. So we've got some work to do. I think getting rid of the trees might be the next plan of action for today. I don't know if we're gonna get all of them on this island, but that might be a good idea while we talk about what our initial plans are for the episode. But before we do that, I figured I'd show you some of the stuff that I didn't feel like showing you in time-lapse mode. So noisy. All right, let's check him out. Let's listen to him for just a moment. You can hear them going crazy. This is our villager breeder. There's 2 of them in there. They're back to back, I think. That looks really weird. Alright, but all the noise is actually coming from down here, and hopefully we won't have to come down here very much. We have our little, villagers there. This is not my design. I added this. Fancy. So we don't have to come down here, and this is where all the mine carts go. I'll throw a link in the description down below if you want to build this thing for yourself. Super handy. It's a little bit newer than what I'm used to. Like I said, I haven't played Minecraft in a few years, and it's only gotten easier, it seems, to make these kinds of things. Maybe I'm just skilled in my old age of duck life. Maybe I'm just a much smarter, wiser duck now. Probably not. Anyways, this hole right here is where we throw our minecarts because we don't have enough iron for more than 1 minecart. That's right, we've been 1 minecart, and we don't have enough leather or sticks for an item frame to like say, hey, this is where the minecarts go. I'm gonna have to turn those guys down. They are a menace. And our beautiful interior here. Yep, beautiful. Let's not talk about that. We'll leave that alone for now. I think we're gonna add a little bit more to the stock area, make it even nicer. I'm trying to avoid them. I'm sorry, guys. I know they're loud. They're loud. Over here, we have our zombie. Not good. Gonna have to deal with you. Still loud. Even louder. You guys are just as bad. You can see we're working on some leather and stuff. Yeah. I guess I haven't even shown you inside of our little hobbit hole here. This door over here is, goes down to our mine. We made a little mine. We went all the way down there. Oh, I've got something super cool to show you down there. Well, inside here, we have these guys. Dude, this is our interior of our little base. Just very basic storage, nothing crazy. I don't think we're gonna live in here forever. But I know we're gonna live in here forever. We have bigger plans than that. But we've been messing around with these guys because they're brand new. Hi guys. They don't do a very good job. They've been trying to sort through these chests for a long time, it feels like. They're doing their best. I probably messed it up. I don't really understand them quite yet. I'm kind of hoping they turn into statues. Well, before we get to chopping down all the trees on this island, I want to show you something down here. Where we've got a long way to go. I've been trying really hard not to use the free cam. Would like to look below the ground because it feels way too cheaty. I feel like at least until we have earned our netherite gear. Because I mean, look at this. You can just, yeah. Oh, trial chamber. See, that's what I'm saying. You can't. It's just not fair. But it's really nice for looking at builds and stuff like that. We'll have to figure out where that trial chamber is. I'd like to tackle one of those before I have netherite gear, because I'm sure it will be just way too easy at that point. Anyways, we found this before we even installed that mod, which was cool. If you know, so proud of myself, such a brave duck. We totally didn't die a bunch of times. I'm not even gonna put a death counter up because we're just so good. No, we died a few times. But look at this! Skeleton spawner, my favorite spawner. Because you can get useful things from it. If only there was a creeper spawner, my life would be so much easier. But I guess that would be dangerous, because it would probably blow itself up. We found this chest with some rotten flesh, and I think actually a looting 3 book was in here. We haven't used it yet, though. We'll have to, soon, so we can get more bits from our guys, from our little mob friends. Hopefully soon. But we gotta mine this whole place out and make it into a skeleton spawner. And it's right next to this geode, so I don't know how much of it is going to kind of intersect. But I figured early game it would be super nice to, you know, collect this amethyst while the skeleton spawn, because I think it should be within range. Kind of let some drop down. If you've ever made one, it takes forever. You wait for them to drop down. You kill them. Oh, we could use our looting 3 sword for that. You kill them, you get experience, and then while we're waiting for them to drop, we can just... Okay, that wasn't a bud. We can just drop into this area and collect these guys. I'm going to try not to break the bud. So scary. I forgot I have an okay pickaxe now. Yeah. So let's look at our let's look at what we got. Our armor is all completely unenchanted. We got a silk touch and a fortune. This was our first pickaxe we rolled. Can you believe it? It didn't have efficiency 5 on it, but it had an efficiency 4. And I just combined it with another one that we rolled. And we got our silk touch and a silk touch and efficiency unbreaking diamond axe. Pretty good start, guys. It took a lot of grinding, fishing, and breeding cows and chickens and stuff like that. Anyways, I'm gonna climb all the way back up. We're not doing. Maybe we'll work on that in the next episode. You know what? We'll work on that in the next episode. That's our plan for the next episode. Probably just to start it. I have a different plan, which we're gonna talk about while we chop down some trees. All right, I'm not sure if we're gonna get to all of them, but that's the plan. Chop down all the trees on the island. Oh, you know what? Check this out. While we're over here, we have a little mini map. Makes our oh gosh, it makes our whole little area here look ginormous. And we actually have a regular map too. How fun! Oh my gosh, this island's gigantic. There's some zombies somewhere. A little bit cheaty, but I think it takes way too long to make maps that don't update in Minecraft. We haven't really explored too much of the world. Obviously, it's infinite. So as we explore more and more, we will uncover more and more of the map. But if we go all the way over here, this right here is where we found our village. Yeah, fun. This is where we stole them from their boring life in the woods, being scared by zombies each night, and we put them in a hole in the ground so that they can eventually get jobs and hopefully not die to entity cramming in the little hole while we build it. I mean, you saw the copper golems. They've been there for a while. They're almost statues. All right, time to chop down some trees. And while we chop down these trees, you can see us working away. This took a long time. But let's talk about some of our plans for the next couple episodes. I want to focus on a couple things each episode. Just a little bit of exploration, finding various things that we don't have yet. And that's a lot of things. Maybe a little bit of redstone each episode, if we can. And then a little bit of building. I have a basic outline of how I want the beginning of this series to go, and after this, I think what we're going to be looking for is a flower forest biome. We're going to be looking for some beehives. Yeah, we're going to get started on bees. I always forget about bees until I need bee wax and candles and whatnot, so it would be nice to get those working for us before we actually need them, and with all the copper, need some beeswax. But we're almost done with all these trees, so let's hop back in. Alright, welcome back to non-time-lapse mode. This guy is all by himself now, and he's almost fully oxidized. Uh-oh. Well, that's okay. His friends are now lawn ornaments, and they're a lot less annoying. But we might end up using them for a little storage later. I'm not sure yet what the plan is with the copper golems. They're not quite doing what I thought they'd do, but that is enough about them. Check it out, guys. We did all the trees on the entire island. Every single one. Too many trees, really. Really, I don't think we missed any. Good job. Good job. Alright, how many logs did we get? We got a lot of logs. Almost 2 full double chests. Ah! Creeper! Where'd you come from? I don't have a bow. We're gonna have to... brave. We have to be brave. Don't blow up. Don't blow up my house. There we go. We got it. Okay, so it is time to go looking for flowers. I'm not sure where they are, so I think we're gonna try heading that way. That way. I guess that's to the east. You can see on a little mini map. We went a little bit further in search of some sand and some stuff, but I haven't really been over here. So, let's grab a boat and see what we can find. We're sailing a sailing duck, and we found a little shipwreck. Let's check it out. Maybe we can find a map. And is that a ocean monument? Maybe. Maybe. We need a telescope. Yeah. Alright, let's see what we find down in our little shipwreck. Pretty cool. Oh, treasure map. Nice. And it's still early enough for me to want some paper. Got some coastal armor trim, I think is what it's called. Coast armor trim. Super cool. There should be one more. Oh, we'll take the gunpowder and the wheat. Why not? And we'll take a little snack. We don't need the poisonous potatoes. They are one of the only completely useless items in there. I don't know. Can you eat them? If you can't even eat them, they're useless. Alright. Well, while we're out here getting distracted, let's get even more distracted. And see if we can find this. I don't know. Always hard to tell. Always hard to tell. We'll see. Well, we're getting closer. Getting closer. Oh, we already found this one before. Apparently, we did find one at some point, so, that must have been the same one. Oops. Oh, it was not all a waste, because look what we stumbled across. I don't see any bees around, so we're gonna pop. I don't know, is this in vanilla? Shows you how many bees? I don't ever remember that. Okay, whatever. We'll take it. Alright, we've made landfall. Now, we travel into the east. We're pretty far. Check it out. Yeah, not too far. This is where our starting base is. We traveled across the ocean. We only made it about that far. And then we went over here to find that treasure chest that we already got. But I figured we'd have better luck over here. I don't know why. Just got a good feeling. And I'm trying not to get distracted by all the ores, because we can't fill up our inventory, because the bees take up a whole slot every single time you collect a beehive. So, a horse. A horse. We need some of those later. We'll work on that, though. We'll work on that. Seems like maybe we found one. I see a ton of flowers over there, and they look like different kinds, so that might be it, but look at this. What a beautiful little part of Minecraft. Nice big... Oh, yeah, great. A nice big mountain range here, a little village, very, very cool, very, very, that looks dangerous, that's why I put it. Let's see, we gotta get over there, that's a lot of jumping. Well, I'll be careful, I'll make my way over there, slowly. Ow, I thought I'd be... Wait! Alright, so that original one we found was not a flower forest biome, but this is. So, we're going to collect some beehives and then head back home. We just need a couple of these guys, really. Not too many. We just wait for them to go back inside, and I'll be back with you. Alright, we got a good haul. Grab some moss, too. Well, that'll come into play later. And before we get to building our little bee farm, we're gonna need some ingredients from the Nether from there. So let's hop into it for the first time together. Hopefully I don't die. See you on the other side. Well, this is like one of the worst biomes to spawn in. At least in my opinion in early game, because there's lots of enemies. But we just need a little bit of nether quartz, so I'll look for it. Cool, we are back, and we got just enough nether quartz for now, and time to go to sleep. Alright, we have everything we need to start our build, so let's just hop right into it and get working on this bee farm. We need honey, bottles, and then honeycombs. Let's go. So, I have made the mistake in the past of building these crazy farms on top of my little starter area and then trying to cover them up. And it doesn't always go well. So, at least for this starting area, for some of these beginner farms, getting some basic materials, nothing crazy, no huge thousand block mob farms or anything. We're going to try and hide them a little bit. We still made a nice little area down below the ground, but don't worry, we got a little bit of stuff going above the ground too as well. So we got some redstone. We'll put a link in the description, and you can see we get started on the exterior up above the ground. This whole area, we're kind of going for like a cozy, a very simple, easy to get material builds, those kinds of things. Took some bones from our skeleton spawn and made some white glass. And then we made a little bit of use of the honeycombs and honey blocks that we've been collecting. Hey guys, check it out! Oh, we're still kind of far away. And check it out! Looks good. I think it turned out pretty well. I think so. There's a... Oh, by the way, look. They're all zombies now. Terrible. Terrible. Looks pretty cool, I think. Tell it's been a little while because they're oxidizing. Hey, skeleton, go away. I thought it was a creeper, but it's me. Yeah, check it out. Pretty cool. The interior still needs some work. I think we're gonna put some greenery and some bees in here for the next episode. But that's our little area. Feels pretty good for a first episode. Got our fishing dock that needs some work. We got this that feels out of place. We also have our little build for our pigs, cows, sheep, and chickens, and we have our bee farm. That build I'm the most proud of. We gotta start connecting these things as well. Get some paths going, maybe some trees, some stuff like that. Not just normal trees. One of my goals is to make some custom trees for the area since we chopped down all the regular ones. But that will have to wait until next episode because it's running a little long. We've done a lot. So, thank you for hanging out with me today. Make sure you follow along for the future adventures, and we'll see you in the next episode. Have a good day. Bye.